Okay, so hey, I sound a little bit better than I did yesterday. I'm sorry for this thing, but I got some complaints on the last vlog that it was too low, so I'm using my external mic now, which unfortunately comes as part of my headset. So I look like I have half a kick-ass mustachio to go along with my silver goatee. Which I guess is kind of apropos. Anyhow, so in going along with the introduction, part of my vlog here, I'm going to talk a little bit about my identity aside from gender. I was part of the Loft Nazi webcam party on the internet tonight with Amanda Palmer. On the viewing side. I wasn't there in her kitchen. That would be cool, but unfortunately I'm not friends with her yet. I am a rabid fangirl of many, many things, and as we go along with this vlog series, you will discover that I do have friends in rather high places. And in rather low ones, too. But, anyhow, so, yes, as I was watching her wonderful webcast, I found myself realizing that a large part of my overall identity is very fluid. I tend to shift interests very often as well. For example, one of the interests and things that part of my identity, they don't go away, but they do shift back and forth. When I was younger, I saw a movie called Henry and June with Uma Thurman, and she plays June Miller, Henry Miller's wife, and she has a love affair with Anais Nin, and great movie, very, very bohemian in its setting, and I found myself for a very long time kind of really desiring that kind of life, where I'd get a group of friends together, and drink wine and be fabulous, just being insane, and, doing whatever we wanted to do, for a little while, just being drunk on wine, and singing, and writing poetry, and just being wonderful, and, that's kind of stuck with me, even though it ebbs and flows, with other interests of mine, and lucky Amanda, she gets to do that. She has that wonderful bohemian lifestyle. She even makes music that goes along with it. I mean, she's kind of kick-ass, and over the summer, I actually got to live that lifestyle for a little while. I met a wonderful group of people, ranging in various ages, and we would sit in front of this wonderful little cafe, in the village, and drink wine, and play guitar, and sing songs, and write poetry, and have fabulous love affairs that are very passionate and last a day. It was wonderful. It really was wonderful. But, I don't get that very often, and I do have sometimes I'm goth, and sometimes, I'm punk, and I try really hard to stick with my own thing no matter what it is, but it does change very, very often, along with my gender identity, everything is very, very fluid, and, I touch a little bit on that in various blogs that I've written, and some feelings, some desires, some interests that are very gender specific, and I allow my own identity and gender identity to flow with those. For example, I wasn't trying to get too deep too quickly, but for example, I'm into bootblacking. That's shining boots, and specifically leather boots, for anyone who doesn't know what that means. If you've ever gone through and gotten your shoes shined by someone, that's same thing. If you had your boots shined, it's boot blacking, and that to me is a very male interest. I don't know many women boot blacks, but and I allow my gender to flow with that. I allow my identity to flow with that. And for the most part, it hasn't caused an issue with other people. I mean, if you're already going there, then the gender thing is really not that big a deal. But yeah, so that's a little bit of an explanation into what I'm talking about. But I kind of feel that longing. I got that little tingly in my nose again, and I don't know, maybe through this vlog I can figure out why I get that tingly in my nose. Maybe somebody out there who will randomly subscribe to me one day will have the answer to that. But yeah, so that's vlog number whatever this is. And yeah, so take it easy.